So, hi, Lana. So, first of all, I wanted to thank you for doing this because this is the first time that I'm doing an interview in that format. So, I'm, excited, also a little bit nervous. Are you nervous? Are you good?
I'm nervous and I'm really happy to be doing it.
Okay, great. So, the first thing that I would like to ask you, it sounds like a simple question, but you and I know that it could be more complicated, is to present yourself. So,
Yeah.
who are you, Ilana?
Okay. So my name's Ilana
Okay.
and I'm a traveller and a therapist, psychotherapist, and a lecturer on dreams and symbols.
Okay.
And I'm also a writer. And in particular, I write poetry and I use them medicinally in my work.
Okay, great. So I said that it could be a little bit more complicated
Yes.
because, as you know, we've gone through a whole process of almost 4 months now, and the big theme of our process was to find our born to do and to know how to tell our story.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to ask you to maybe travel back in time and go back 4 months ago. Do you remember how you used to present yourself before we did that work together?
Well, I just avoided presenting myself
Okay,
mainly
okay,
because my life's had so many chapters and my work is difficult to explain. And so I've avoided presenting myself, and I think that's what really brought me to this work and what attracted me to you, because I saw you get up on stage and say you've got to know your story and you've got to be able to tell it so people can find you and so that you know who you are.
right.
And that resonated really deeply for me. You know, I think people have all sorts of reasons for not knowing what their story is or how to present. You know, some of us feel maybe unfulfilled or self-actualized, or some of us have had so many, have so many facets that we don't know how to bring it together. So,
Right.
so I think it is a very complicated, can be very, I found this to be much, much harder than I thought this would be a really quick process.
So when you say this, you mean the work that we did together?
My work with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little, that was my next question actually. It's
Yeah.
a great transition.
Yeah.
What were the surprises in the work that we did together?
For me, I already have such a strong sense of who I am that I thought putting it into words and being able to tell that story would happen very quickly.
Okay.
And that actually we'd spend most of our time together working on business plans and being practical, which is where I'm not strong, which is why I wanted for the first time in my life to work with a business coach.
Right.
But what my work with you has shown me is that that's not genuine for me.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That actually the more I allow myself to do what comes naturally to me, and the more I experience that as enough, that my born to do becomes self-evident.
Wow. Okay. So would you say that just knowing that you're born to do is evident and is obvious is enough? Or would you say that the themes that came up in the work that we did together were also themes that were able to put words on that born to do, and are you comfortable sharing those words? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So my work is about transformational relationship.
Okay.
When we feel in our bones that there is not only permission but an invitation to unfold, and when there is acceptance for every single petal that opens, the dark ones and the light ones, that a process begins that has wanted to happen since the day we were born.
Right.
And that is our evolving into what we were born to do.
Wow.
So, connection, honesty, genuineness, transformational relationship are words that are important to me. But I think somehow what I've learned also through being with you is that me knowing that is really empowering. I feel empowered to know that. I've really loved this work with you, and I've loved every session. I haven't had a single really moment with you where it hasn't felt enriching and enabling, and the reason for that, I can talk about how brilliant your process is, which I think it is. I can
Mhm.
talk about how skilled you are, which I think you are.
Thank you.
I experience you that way. I think your process is like essential. You know, it's been essential for me, and I can see how it would be essential for anyone finding their place.
Right.
But the thing that's been most nourishing has been how the atmosphere that you bring, who you are, you know, so the acceptance. I have felt really accepted, and I have felt really nurtured, and I have felt really encouraged without even like a distant breeze of pressure,
Wow.
you know.
Wow.
It's so I felt very nurtured, and I feel your faith in us. You know, that we don't have to be different to who we are in order to succeed. We just have to be more, you know, to relax more into what's already here.
Right.
So, yes.
Wow.
So you've really demonstrated what I believe in and taken me through that process, which is
Wow.
precious.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. It's very touching, and I think that what you're saying is such an important message if we look at it as the big picture, because we all feel the pressure of being productive, of, you know, having a way to present ourselves, of knowing exactly what we want to do and how we want to make a living, and it's a big, big pressure. And I think that your example is very inspiring, because coming back to the essential and to the core of who we are, we can just be. And that is probably the best way to be successful. I think that you'll agree with that.
Yeah, it's the most fulfilling, and I think it's the way that what's right for you comes to you, and you attract more of what's right for you.
Exactly. It makes sense, exactly. And in terms of business-wise, because we did start as a business relationship, you and I.
Yes.
You know that whenever you'll feel that this message has, you know, really taken its place, and that it has really become who you are, and you are the message is you, then whenever you'll be ready, you'll be able to just translate that into something that you can sell much more easily.
I think that's really important. Those words that kind of really dropped in today for us, this kind of like, oh, you're the message, you know, you are the message.
Right.
And the people who when I look around, who I admire, people who, you know, their lives are their message.
Right.
And the power of that, you know, the alignment of that, the honesty of that we are our message.
Right.
Whether we want to be or not.
Right.
You know, so if we're telling one story but living another, that incongruence, that difficulty, that's the message that we're giving off.
Right.
You know, and that's the influence that we have. So, yeah, I really get that. And that's motivating.
Right.
That creates motivation to take the next step, to do the work, to contribute.
Right. Because
you know,
this is what we
this is a great, yes.
This is what we came also to the conclusion that at the end of the day, the incentive for you, that I can say also for most of the people I work with, is that we want to contribute at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We want to be able to
want to
give
feel
something.
good
Yeah.
about, you know, what we're giving and about ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I was blessed to have you as my, I would say client, but as a friend also.
Yeah, me too.
So I really wish you the best. And I hope our path will cross again.
Yeah, they're not even gonna, I hope they don't even diverge.
Don't even
too much.
diverge. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.